I wanted a putting green. I was putting like this in my basement and I was getting kind of tired of it. I wanted this, but I couldn't fit this in my basement. I also couldn't fit this in my basement. These are about 250 bucks, 300 bucks, but I only have a small amount of space. I had about 6 feet or a little less than 6 feet because I have a tiny bit. So I went out and got some wood from the home center. Nah, not that kind of wood, this kind of wood. More like this kind of wood. I bought some 2x3s and started laying out a frame to fit the space I had. I had a general layout in mind and just kept cutting and fitting until I had something I liked. You can see the final space and shape I came up with here. I tacked it together with a finish nailer just to hold it in place. I then bought 2 pieces of OSB plywood because it's cheap for the surface, and I laid that over the frame and screwed it down with deck screws. That way if I had to take this thing apart real quick, I could just pull the screws up and pull out the finishing nails and be done with it. Here's the end. I wanted a natural edge so that I could get to the back of the basement. There's a walkway on the right. My office is in the back, laundry room there on the left. Used a jigsaw to cut the edge when I was done. And I covered it in grass. First I had to get the grass. So I went back to the home center. Looked up what they had for artificial grass. Found this stuff. Cheap, 50 cents a square foot. Went over there and bought some. It was perfect. Tacked it down with staples. Cut a few holes. Showing you here that the grain has to go a certain way because this cheap grass, the grain goes one way. If you put it the other way, the ball will curve 2 or 3 feet or it'll slow down, depending on which way the grain's going. Make the grain go with the direction you're going to putt in. It rolls nice and straight. It's great. It probably rolls like about a 9 or a 10 on the stimp meter. I'll measure it one day. So here's the almost finished putting green. I still need to figure out what I was going to do for the cups. I knew they sold shallow depth cups for putting greens on the internet, but I'm impatient and wanted something right then and there. Went to the home center and found these 4-inch styrene drain caps for about $2 a piece. They looked perfect for the job and I bought 3 of them. They fit like a glove. I just needed to raise them up a little bit on these little wooden blocks I had, which is actually some plastic trim board, and they did the trick. I had to shave one of them down a little bit just to get it to be the right height, but man, it was like they were made for this application. Just check it out, they're just awesome. And here it is, you can actually see the ball going in the hole, boom, right in. This one rides a little high, I've since shaved down the block underneath it. But I like that nice natural edge. I ended up trimming it with some PVC baseboard trim. There it is, it's 11.6 by 5.4. Perfect for my basement. And now I'm going to show you how I lit it. I wanted it to light up so I could putt in the dark, and so it looked cool in my man town. So I bought some LEDs on Amazon, which are cheap. The kind you can control with a remote, the color and the brightness. And I put those on, and here's how I did that. So let's get to it. So what I'm going to do is, along the bottom ridge here, I'm going to drill. I want the holes to light up. So I am going to drill a hole through this wood here, and I'm going to stuff the lights in that hole so they illuminate underneath and the light will shine through the hole. And I'll run the rest down this edge and light up the edge of the green. Maybe I'll put some up that board and down that side, but for right now I'm just going to do this side. This is the exposed side in my basement, so let's get to it. First up, gonna use an auger bit like that, drill right in. Alright, I want to get as close to the holes as I can, and I gotta remember I got a beam 16 inches out here, so that should put me about here. Let's get a ruler and double check. Yep, 16, just in front of that. So I'll be able to stuff it. But it should be able to illuminate this hole because the light's going to go here, and the other ones will be a little bit illuminated. I'll stuff as much as I can in there. I have this is 16.5 feet, and this is 11, so I'll have 5 feet to go in there. And it comes in like a little strip like that. You got the controller, the plug, and I get the interface. I have a set of these running down my steps right now, so it should be fine. So let's get the drilling. Let's put a hole here. Well, that was easy. Sharp bit. Cut through that like it was butter. That should be enough. Right tools, right job. Controller end. That's the controller end. That goes into here. Like that. To make sure it works. Plug it in. Power. No power. Power. Is there a battery in here? There's a battery. Got no power. Oh, there we go. Power. Set it in upside down. Let's go green. Oh, look at that. That's gonna light up my green. Make it yellow. Make it red. Ooh. And any color in between, blue. And I can have it do blinking. I can have it change colors. Let's do a quick flash. Oh, look at that. It's flash green. Flash. Oh, look at that. Green. Cool. Alright. Let's stuff it in. I think this has got an adhesive on the back. It does. It has a 3M adhesive on the back. So
which I have. Take an old film strip. Alright. Now, this is going to be a problem. I'm going to have to stuff it in there with a rod or something. So, I'll be back.
Here's the finished putting green with the lights in it. I wanted the lights to light up the holes. That's why I drilled the side. That's why I put the LEDs underneath. But what I didn't realize is because of my beams underneath, because of the boards, the wood, the LED light is only going into the back too. I might work on that, lighting up the holes. Either run some more LEDs over there or use different LEDs, or just I might come up with something. But anyway, it's great, and I think I did this whole thing for just about 200 bucks, maybe a little bit over $200. Here it says 175, but that's without the LEDs and the trim on the back. So probably about 200 bucks. So yeah, so if you want to build a putting green in your basement, all you need is some 1x3s to raise the floor. Get some cups, either the ones I used, or you can get some shallow cups on the internet if you look for them. Here's me cleaning it. He cleans up with a vacuum. It's great. Here's my dog resting on it. She loves it. I work out on it now when I'm not putting on it. It's just great. Came out really nice, and I even got a flag for the center cup now. I bought a flag online. So yeah, highly recommend it. If you want to put one of these in your basement, if you want me to help you with it, let me know. If you want me to do it for you, let me know. It was really easy to do. It was fun, and now I have a putting green, just like I always wanted.